Thank you so much, Ken. I'm so excited to be here. It has been a challenging year, and we're working so hard to bring you guys a facelift that looks like the one that you know in Yosemite. And we hope we get some new friends along the way. One of the best things about this year is that you can participate from anywhere in the country, which is something that we've been wanting to do for the last several years. Ken and I have been talking about that, as he mentioned. So in our program, we're trying to bring you the same wonderful things that we have in Yosemite, like our auction, which you can go and visit. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. We're also doing this evening program, and of course, you can go out and pick up litter in a place that you love, that you've been using to get out of the house while you were sheltering in place earlier this year. Stressful times. Stressful now, especially on the West Coast. There's lots of places that could probably use some help. One of my favorite parts of this program that we've put together are hello videos from our friends from Yosemite Facelift. So now we'd like to go to a few words from our friends.
Here with Mammoth Lakes Tourism. We just wanted to give you guys a live check-in this week of Yosemite Facelift Act Local to update you guys with what's happening along the Eastern Sierra. Now, originally for this week, we had a huge event planned all the way from the Mount Whitney Portal up to Lundy Canyon, multiple cleanups happening throughout all these Eastern Sierra communities. We partnered with the U.S. Forest Service, the Bureau of Land Management, and a handful of other local businesses and volunteer organizations to really make this event happen. But unfortunately, as I'm sure you all are aware, the fire danger that exists in our region right now, the smoke health impacts, as well as the forest closures have forced us to actually delay our local version of Facelift Act Local from happening. So we're actually going to be pushing it back to the week of October 14th through October 17th. Cleanups will still be happening and being facilitated by all these different organizations all the way throughout all of these Eastern Sierra communities. And well, we'd love for you guys to come clean up some trash with us and really dig into that Facelift Act Local aspect. Now, I hope you guys are having a blast this week. I really hope you guys are enjoying all of these evening programs. For more information, please feel free to reach out to Visit Mammoth on social media, or myself, Dakota Snyder. Any one of these, I can get you guys some more information about how you can become involved in cleaning up our local communities. Have a great evening.
Hey there, this is Celine Cousteau, just wanting to send a message of support for the Yosemite Facelift 2020 campaign, which is Facelift Act Local. Many of us aren't able to travel. Most of us aren't able to travel. So we won't be attending some of these cleanup projects in person, but that shouldn't deter us from doing something in our own backyard, in our own region, nationally, wherever it is that we can. Symbolically, cleaning up is all about understanding that the reason we're cleaning up is there's something in the environment that has been put there by humans. And really, the process is, after the cleanup, is also making those who may not know aware that these cleanups are happening the world over, because all of these different pollutions are happening in our environment. So it's our responsibility to act in prevention, not just in the cleanup process. But in whatever way that you can, wherever you are, please support this campaign. Symbolically and also through your heart, that this is something that we are all connected to, and maybe we can just use this moment to inspire each other and feel like we're acting like a community. So thank you to all those behind the Yosemite Facelift program. Click on the toolkit to find out what you can do, take the pledge, participate however you can.
What kind of value are you looking for with your next new vehicle? With Subaru, you get Kelley Blue Book's 2020 Best Resale Value brand, 2020 Lowest 5-Year Cost to Own brand, and Most Trusted brand for 6 consecutive years. No wonder Kelley Blue Book also picked Subaru as their 2020 Best Overall brand. A trusted brand and a proven value. It's easy to love a Subaru.
So how can you participate in Facelift Act Local? As Celine Cousteau mentioned, thank you, Celine, for your video, wonderful contribution. You can go to our YosemiteFacelift.com website and click on the toolkit, where you can click on a button to take the pledge. And the pledge is basically a pledge to be a good steward of the local places you love. Also, you let us know how many hours you're going to volunteer, whether you'd like to activate with Subaru, who is the official vehicle of Facelift Act Local, and you can be eligible for our giveaways. We'll be showing Stone Locals this evening with a break so we can discuss some of our wonderful volunteers today who've won some of our prizes. If you would like to be eligible for giveaways, you have to take the pledge, which is available on YosemiteFacelift.com/toolkit. And you also have to tag a photo with hashtag FaceliftaCtLocal on either Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. We'll be pulling winners of our giveaways from all of those social media platforms. Another wonderful element that I already mentioned is the auction. You can go to facelift.givesmart.com to see some of the wonderful items that you know from Yosemite Facelift in the past, including the quilt that Kathleen Keller usually donates with historic Facelift t-shirts. We also are putting up prints from the Yosemite Climbing Association Museum and Gallery, including a wonderful photo that Ken took recently. It's a beautiful photo. I don't know if I should say it's wonderful. It was before the smoke came into Yosemite Valley when the wildfires, the Creek Fire, was starting. What do you call that print?
El Capitan in an orange sky.
So check out the auction at facelift.givesmart.com for the chance to win some of these lovely auction items. And thank you to everybody who donated auction items. We have Black Diamond who's donated, and a lot of our community members, Redwoods in Yosemite, including Auto Camp in Mid Pines, right outside of Yosemite Valley on Route 140.
Okay, those familiar with past Facelift evening programs will notice that we have added a couple of new things. Number one being hellos from faces around the world. And the other thing that we're adding are music videos. And with that, I'd like to thank Hedris Ramos for his music video. And I hope someday that we can have Hedris play at a Facelift in Yosemite in the future.
Hey guys, what's up? Hedris here. I just want to say thanks to everybody that is helping with the cleaning and recycling. I think this is a great cause, and I think we should keep supporting this. I believe we should keep our oceans, our rivers and lakes, our forests, our streets very clean, and we should teach this to next generations and just keep supporting this and educating people. So great work out there, and let's keep doing this. Cheers.
Just kidding. Actually, I'm not muted. Just in case you're ready to send in some kind of comment to YouTube. We can't hear Timmy. Well, you can hear me. I'm Timmy O'Neill, and you can hear me. And we're face lifting right now. We're facelifting live, and I just want to give you all a big hug out there. Thank you, everybody. Come here. Yeah. COVID hugs. They're virtual. Okay. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Allison. And we are live right now in Daly City, San Francisco, California, United States of America, the Earth, the Milky Way galaxy, the universe. And Hedris, that was amazing guitar playing. And I would suggest that maybe you, myself, Ed Whittle, who's here on production, along with Jim Painter. Thank you, Jim and Ed. We love you. Maybe Ed, Hedris, and myself can all climb El Capitan with guitars and just rip it all the way up the big stone. It'll be beautiful. So we have about 90 minutes of programming tonight. We've already seen 10 minutes of that, so call it, 80 left. I know you're good at math. And we have Stone Locals, which is about a 70-minute film. We have a break in the middle of Stone Locals where we'll be doing a little bit more of some giveaway stuff and some, explaining to you what the heck is going on. So Stone Locals is a beautiful film. You can watch it on YouTube, and you're watching it now with us. And it's a film by Patagonia, and it really covers these individuals who are really the substance of the climbing community. It's not really about the climb. It's really about the people and that purpose that they find in these beautiful places. We have a word from Mikey Schaefer, who's a co-director along with Shane Lempe. And Ed, can we kick it to Mikey Schaefer? And he'll give you a little hello and a little explaining of the film.
Hey Facelifters, my name is Mikey Schaefer, and I was one of the directors of Stone Locals along with Shane Lempe. Like most of you watching, I sure wish we were able to be in Yosemite together right now. I've been climbing Yosemite for 28 years now, and I've formed some of those important friendships and partnerships in my life there. It was the first place I ever really felt the power and importance of community. It is also one of the first places I've ever seen that can be loved to death. Thankfully, we've got people like Ken Yeager and the Yosemite Facelift inspiring all of us to take care of our public lands and places we hold dear to our heart. I hope everyone is able to go find a special place outside the next few days and do their part to make it a little bit better and cleaner for all of us.
So cleaning up, right? It's something we were asked to do since we were little. Remember, clean your room, take a shower, floss your teeth. And now we're grown up, so we're doing these other cleanups where we're clean. With Ken's help in July, it was actually August, we hosted a cleanup in the Tahoe area. And a great friend, Caroline Treadway, continues to clean to this day. So you never know what these sparks of inspiration can bring to you. And it's about this community once again and stone locals. Please enjoy this film.
Oh man, that's a hard question. I think if you've been rock climbing so long, that's like somebody asking you to lose your identity.
You couldn't get me to stop climbing. The thing that kept pulling me back in every single time was just the freedom of it all. I have found the climbing community to be the most inviting and vibrant people.
It's just like such a big part of my life. Like, to stop, that's like redoing everything. I'd probably become like a completely different person.
My life without climbing would be pretty depressing. I say that honestly too, but I know that climbing's gonna be something solid in my life that's always gonna be there when I need it.
考えられないとか考えたこともない対してこうちょっと引っ込み思案になる部分はあるけども本当にやめようと思う瞬間一瞬たりともない僕にとってクライミングっていうのはそういうものです。
I can't imagine. I don't want to even imagine. Without climbing? What is life without climbing?
It's a selfish sport, you know? It's like kind of all about you, but in the same token, people that climb a long time realize that it's not just about you, it's just about like the whole thing, you know? Hopefully it doesn't change. It's changing.
Ready to go to see Avalonia now?
Have we not been seeing it?
No. That is beginning. No.
This is just the beginning.
This is just beginning. You haven't seen anything. You haven't seen anything.
That is Avalonia, a land art project where I tried to make paths and terraces that after one time it's built, there's no erosion anymore and you can let in climbers. Here they can learn about nature. What it is and what it means, what it gives to you. For us, it's a magical place. You will feel it.
So that is my stone sculpture place.
I'm working on these memory stones. You know this problem we have. If somebody die, what can we do? We love our sport. We want to be in the mountains. Yeah? An avalanche came or whatever. It can happen. And so I think it's important that we care about our rock lovers. And so I have placed everywhere memory stones, and I like this vision. Yeah. It is not an answer, we talked, but it is a symbol that we are also thinking of our legions. And that is, yeah, go for it. That's a beautiful boulder. You try it again?
Yes. Show me where the cracks in it.
Yeah.
Have to pay attention for.
Yes. I go normally here, yeah, then here. That is just for this beginning, just to make it easier. And now here, I have to leave.
Okay.
It is my hair, my blue hair. I put it down, and yeah.
Come on, try hard. Breathe. Come on. So we really have horses here.
Have I try again? No, huh?
I think climbing these days has very much people starting with competition climbing, but here it's totally different. Here it's about nature, it is about art. It's difficult to figure out what he wants to tell you, because sometimes he's speaking in myths. He's a teacher in climbing, a special teacher. It's not about hangboard and getting your muscles big or something like that. It's about, yes, having fun and be a human being right here. He's the shit, man. He's the shit.
I go in. I make no fire!
Everything is connected to climbing in my life. Without climbing, it don't exist.
Alright, are you guys, Joe, you want to do the slab?
Sure. How are you gonna just get served by your mom? And not even respond?
Come here, I'm still bigger than you!
No, you're not.
Here's my chocolate. My name is Zoe, and I'm 19 years old. When I was born, my dad would take me to Little Conwood Canyon in my car seat. I'd just watch him climb, and then I just remember going to the crag ever since I was little. Most of my childhood, my dad would try to make what he loved part of me, and I'd fight him a little bit on it.
I'm gonna try it once, just once. Stand right here. Save your energy for climbing.
We moved here to Utah in the early 80s. I am a father of 2, husband of my wife Melissa, and I provide for my family by cleaning windows. When you have children, you think about life differently. I've tried to instill in my children, without being preachy, but an ethic and a ownership of the outdoors. And they'll even call me out.
Almost. You didn't really commit all the way. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. My name's Noah Keesley. I'm 14 and we're in my bedroom right now. I usually just climb with family. Some people just think it's kind of lame, but it was awesome. I get to go climbing with them. I get to spend the whole day with them. They checked me out of school for it, so.
You must get into it from some time.
Well, yeah, definitely, for sure.
My window cleaning hands are so soft.
But, I always just think they're out here for us. They did all this. They sacrificed a lot of their climbing for us, so, yeah.
We still receive a lot of criticism from people about our kids being climbers. Climbing has, it's helped me to have great kids. It's helped us to be a good family, to get along, and even if there's problems, we have this thing we come back to. When I was younger, there came a point where I made it my own and I loved it for what it was, and I kind of realized it was going to be something I cherished my entire life.
It's painfully obvious to see how much climbing has grown, but as a community, I think there's ways to try to stay ahead of that or at least keep pace with that growth.
I'm really excited to see what this future generation of climbers are gonna do, you know? I say that and I am the future generation.
All right, guys, this is Miguel's Pizza. This is the family business. Over the years, this place has kind of become famous, I guess. I don't know if it's the bright colors and the goofy face, but it's been my home since I was born. I was raised here by rock climbers. Miguel's is a rock climbing destination, a restaurant, a home for many, and we've been doing it for 35 years. It used to be so small that if you weren't parked in the front of Miguel's, you didn't climb at the Red River Gorge. It was just, that was that. So you literally met everyone that ever came here. It made this community that was just ungodly strong because it was just year after year of everyone knowing everyone. The community, it's changed almost a drastic level from when I was a little kid. It was full of these misfit kind of climbers that were drawn to the area because it wasn't restricted.
What do you mean? What do you comment on what?
On what they're doing.
What they're doing? It's dangerous.
Obviously with growth, there's always like a side effect, right? People kind of lose touch of like how small it really is and how special it is. I still think it's strong here.
We wouldn't be where we are if it wasn't for like hundreds of rock climbers coming here and working for us every year.
There's a lot of people that really still just embrace rock climbing for more than how hard they climb. Maybe that's going away, I don't know. Or maybe we're losing that.
This year, I just found myself kind of needing a project. I've been on the road all year, and I needed a little stability. And I thought about the T-Wall Triple Crown, which is 3 512C roof cracks. I had done one of the hardest already, and I came down to try Celestial Mechanics and Hands Across America. I really want to be the first woman who does all three. My name is Kathy Carlo, and I'm 33. I produce a podcast called For the Love of Climbing. While some of these stories are about climbing, they are more about deeper societal issues. And we should be having these conversations within the climbing community. When I'm not working, I'm usually out rock climbing. This is Celestial Mechanics. It is an off-width and one of the 3 512C roof cracks of the Tennessee Wall. An off-width is a crack that you have to put your whole body inside of. That's it. But your body won't fit inside of it. So you have to use parts of your body instead, and you move like usually an inch at a time. There you go, that's a rest. Some people like to describe an off-width as like a uncomfortable and claustrophobic feeling that comes along with it, right? And I think it's really intimate. Sometimes textured. The fact that another woman hasn't done the Triple Crown, it was surprising to me because there's so many strong women who live in Chattanooga and climb here. And I don't know, I think the cool thing about doing one seemingly impossible or hard thing is that it kind of just makes it seem a lot more possible for everyone else. I haven't been in one place for longer than a month all year, so being here for 3 months, like, it already feels good to know that I've got not unlimited time, but a decent amount of time to really kind of, yeah, lay my shit out and deal with it.
僕は、ここに引っ越してきて11年経ちました。それまではもうちょっと町に住んでいてこっちに引っ越してきて、クライミング中心の生活に、シフトしました。私の名前は横山勝隆と言います。みんな僕のことはジャンボって言います。なぜなら日本人の中では僕は大きいから。 僕が8歳の時にですね、山の雑誌をパラパラと何の気なしに見てたら、そこに、北アルプスという場所がありますけども、そこの雪を抱いた山の稜線を、2人の山男が歩いていくと、写真が載ってたんですね。で夕日を浴びたその稜線、白い稜線がですね、すごくかっこいいな、綺麗だなって思ったのが第一。こういうような人になってみたい、こういうところに行ってみたい。今思えば怖いなここって思うようなところも平気で行っていたかもしれないですね。当然山でリスクはいっぱいある。それをできるだけ軽減して危険な目に遭わないように、これからも続けていくし、家族でその喜びを共有できたらいいなというふうに思ってます。
So I'm living there, you see? Yeah, it's like a castle. Like a medieval castle. Come in. I'm building a tiny house, but it's secret. You don't tell it to anybody, yeah? So, total secret. Excuse me. So it is, yeah, I will show you. You can put it in the phone. I spent my winter in a cave, and for this moment, because I'm not living now in the cave, but in the winter maybe again, then we take this with us, because the candles are making my cave very beautiful. Show you a little bit how it works. This is the original there, it's important. There are the books. It's a big, huge palace, yeah? Much rooms, much floors. And now we are on the big garden terrace in front of the huge studio. You say studio? The people want to climb, want to go bouldering in Avalonia. And so I make topos. And each summer I make a new topo. First I go up. I have to make first the terrace and all this. But then I create boulders. And then I draw these boulders. And on weekends, Saturday and Sunday, I sell my books in the area. People coming to Avalonia from everywhere and buying my books, the topos.
Why do you base your covers off of the children's books?
Because we are children when we go bouldering. I think that is what's important about bouldering, that we teach the adults being child again. I tried once. 1 week. 1 week I tried to be adult. After 1 week I had enough. I decided no, adult no, nothing for me.
Gets down. Cross into a decent hold. Have a good hold. Not many millennials are raised in the climbing community, so I've seen the difference climbing outside when I was younger and climbing outside now, and I've seen the traffic, the kind of boom of climbing. It's good, but it's also kind of scary because they're not educated. I think it's also kind of a responsibility that falls on us to educate those new climbers. I think a lot of people become passive aggressive when they see new climbers outside. I've seen it with older climbers, like, oh, Gumbies. But I mean, they're gonna be Gumbies if you're not doing anything to teach them otherwise. Being in the medical field and working at a hospital, I've seen climbing accidents. I had patients who were hurt climbing because they were uneducated. So I've come up with a presentation to do at the gyms, REI, whoever will host it. It's a lesson on the etiquette you'd want to have when you're outside. This is just for my love of climbing and wanting people to love it too and to do it safely.
Most people think Miguel's dead. Yeah, you'll hear it all the time. Like, yeah, he died years ago, or does he even work here? And he's like making the dough. You making bread? You wanna come in here? Can these guys come in here and? This is my paw right here. He's the backbone of the business.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. So many people go into business and they like draw up business plans. You have all these people that think how a business is run and they got it all like sussed out. This has all just been holding on for the ride and figuring out as we go.
Climbers said, "Can you make us something to eat?" And my wife said, "I think I've made pizza before. Let's try that." So we did. I knew how to bake bread, so we started making pizza, and that's how it started. I mean, it was nothing. Everything evolves, you know. It's like, and then we kind of grew up with the climbers as, you know, we grew up with them. They grew, you know, it was just
big family, really.
Yeah, it was a family. I miss those guys back from the 80s and 90s.
Golden age, this place for sure.
It was a good time. I really had a good time with them. I miss it sometimes. Now that I'm 67, I miss that. I was 26 and it was fun.
Not till next year.
That's what this place is about, really, is they're coming here, they're taking a break from their lives, and they can grow, basically, you know, get a little bit more mature, to get a little bit of experience in their lives. And it's really good, you know, some of them have issues and problems, and they can work them through, you know, climbing does that.
Last week I had my daughter here helping me out every day at dough.
Oh,
and she was flowering
She is covered in flour. She's a tough little girl.
She's a tough girl. When I went to college, I had time to kind of reflect of where I came from. And then I started really appreciating how good of a thing that I grew up in, and like that the world doesn't really offer a lot more than that.
Okay.
This place was unique, and just because I was so sucked into it for so long and didn't have time to step back. It's hard to realize that stuff until you walk away and you go, wow, yeah, this is like a community that like truly cares about me, and I care about them, and they've always been there. Once I realized that, as soon as I could get back, I did.
Cool. So I'm going. We're going? I might have you scooch a little bit closer to the mic, actually. Just like, it just sounds less echoey. All any of us want is for someone to listen to our story. I produce a podcast called For the Love of Climbing. It's not a climbing podcast. It's people's personal stories seen through the lens of climbing, but it's about so much more. So, we're just gonna go ahead and rip the Band-Aid off here and, get to it. I wanted to tackle this very complex topic of intersectionality, of race and diversity in climbing. You are one of 2 regularly seen Black climbers in Stone Summit in Atlanta. They said, quote unquote, the Black guy with the dreads, which I'm guessing you probably get fairly often.
Yeah. The first 2 to 3 years, I was pretty much the only Black person that was climbing in the gym. Especially in the Southeast, I was, for the longest time, the only Black person that you would see getting outside consistently. It can feel a bit alienating at times. It's not the first time that I've really felt really isolated in that sense. You're not going to feel welcome in a certain community if you don't see people who look like you within that community. I don't know, I think there's got to be like a major shift.
I want you to recognize how much you're helping change and challenge things like, bigotry and these bigger social stereotypes within our climbing community.
Did they embrace you, or were they like, why?
We're just trying to bridge that empathy gap, I guess, because that's what climbing's about. It's about showing up for other people, and I don't know, you can't show up for other people until you give a shit. I grew up in a family where we didn't express our emotions, and if there was a problem, you just didn't talk about it. And I think a lot of that has carried over into the work that I do now. I see the importance of not sweeping things under the rug.
There's a reason that people have psychotic
When you
breaks.
lose somebody, nobody prepares you how to mourn.
It's not getting any easier.
You think that it will? I do. I want you to emotionally go.
I'm an Indian woman. They think I'm going to be a weak link.
Incredibly
Transparent about
depressed.
our stories, that we really can have social impact.
As climbers, we focus on being hard and strong, and I don't know, I want people to see that being strong and vulnerable are one and the same.
2008年ですね。デナリという大きな山があって、その周辺に通ってて。で、2008年にいよいよ何か大きなことをしたいなという時にですね、誰もやったことで、多分考えたことさえなかったんだけど、アイシスフェスと。スロバクダイレクトっていうのは、ここデナリのサウスフェイスのここをダイレクトに登ってくんだけど、 クライミングってアラスカグレード1から6まで分けられてて、両方ともアラスカグレード6です。日本ともね。僕は変な顔してますけど、これがユウスケで、ここにいるのがイッチーですね。で後ろにいるのが達郎とユウトで、彼らは違うところをトライしに行ったんですね。だけど僕たちが頂上に8日間かけて頂上立って降りてきて、デナリのこの2008年の時は、そうさっき話続きなんだけど、実際にクライミング行って8日間かかりました。そのクライミング自体すごくハードだったし、途中で僕はスノーブラインドになってしまって、3人で登っていて、僕はもう3番目にもうずっと回りました。でそこからいわゆるクラックセクション、難しいとこ始まったんだけど、で上がってったら案の定一人が「ちょっと降りようか」と「お前の目が悪いから」X っていわゆるグレードの上に後ろに X って言って、すごい落ちたら死んじゃうよっていうようなところを、自分たちを取り巻くかもしれないいろんな状況を考えなきゃいけないんだけど、それを考えてもなお、冷静に考えてもなお、やっぱり2人のパートナーがすごく信頼できるから。彼はすごく頼りになったから、僕は目が見えなくなっても上まで登りに行くことができたし、こうやってデナリって大きな山で仲間の大事さっていうのをすごくこの時感じました。達郎というと、彼らが降りてきてないことを知って、それで待っても待っても帰ってこなくて、で結局彼らは帰ってきませんでした。
Wow, very cool film. Great job, Mikey, Shane, and the entire team at Patagonia. And watching that has made me thirsty, really.
What are you drinking?
I'm drinking a delicious non-alcoholic beer from the Athletic Brewing Company. This one is the Cerveza Atletica. Wow.
Man, I wish I had one of those.
I wish you did too.
Man, thanks for the socially distanced beer, trash grabber.
Yeah, we love the trash grabbers. Yeah, crack that thing. Cheers.
Cheers.
Okay.
To non-alcoholic beer.
Yes. So we're doing a quick break here, and then we're going to get back with the rest of Stone Locals. Thanks for sticking with us, and we'll be doing programming every night for the rest of our lives. Actually, no, just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Just the entire week. So, Allison, the film is really an interesting film for me because it's the first one that I feel it's really not covering necessarily the climbing. It's more about like the people.
Yeah, it's a really, really unique film. I think traditionally in the sport, the social media representations in general have been about the athletic pursuit and not so much about the personalities behind those pursuits. This really gets into the experiences that make us climbers, and I think it's a more realistic portrayal of our community.
Well, it's not just about that gnarly send, but about what has happened to you that may be gnarly, what has made you. So, and then the community too, it's really so many of these people that are coming together and the portrayal of their lives. It's really interesting to see these families, really like the family from Salt Lake City and Jumbo and his family and everybody at Miguel's.
All of the challenges that these climbers are facing. I mean, the climbing is great. I love to climb because of climbing, but I also love it because of the people I meet and how they inspire me and the things that they've gotten over in their lives. Sometimes those things are the things that drive us to climb, to have that escape and to deal with our issues and our challenges.
Absolutely, and the film is doing an excellent job of covering that. So let's talk about the giveaways.
Yeah, Get into the giveaways. We're so excited about the giveaways tonight. We're a little light because it's the first night. We're saving some of our prizes for later in the week. Again, want to talk about how are we doing these giveaways?
How do you get something? How do you get a giveaway?
There are two things you need to do to be eligible for a giveaway, all right? Two things. You need to take the pledge, which is on YosemiteFacelift.com/toolkit, and then you need to post a photo on social media of your cleanup with the hashtag FaceliftsActLocal. So we went through some of the photos on Instagram tonight and randomly selected 3 winners. We have some wonderful giveaways. Can we pull up the photo of the Patagonia DOS Parka?
That is a great jacket. Keeps you very warm, ready for those alpine environments. Absolutely.
And I am super excited to announce that I think it's Brian Holstein, it's bholstein.1 on Instagram. You have won a DOS Parka. We will be reaching out to you via email. Thank you for taking the pledge. We did cross-check that. Second, can we pull up the Micro Puff hoodie?
Another excellent jacket from our friends at Patagonia. Thank you for their very long support of Facelift.
Super unscientific, but super scientific, randomly selected. Look, it's Michelle from the daycare in Yosemite Valley.
Taking care of the kids.
Wonderful friend, Michelle.
Yes.
You have won a woman's Micro Puff hoodie from Patagonia. Thank you, Patagonia. Thank you, Michelle. And Nick. Nick was also in Michelle's photo. So hi, guys. Thanks for playing. Thanks for winning. Finally, our grand prize tonight from Subaru. So excited. I actually got really into this during the recent challenges. I got out on my bike a lot recently.
Love my bicycle down here to the city. Love my bike.
Subaru's donated unisex single speed male, female, unisex, goes
Sure.
to anyone. Yep, you can choose.
Non-gender specific.
Black or
Yeah.
white. Subaru will ship this out to you. So drum roll again. Sorry, I messed up your drum roll before. Could I get another one?
Oh, yes, of course.
Goes to Amber. So Amber, thank you so much for your cleanup today.
And we'll be contacting them via DM. We'll send them a message. That we'll
email, I think, first, but if I can't catch you on email, I'll try you on Instagram.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So thank you all for your cleanups today. Thank you to our sponsors, Patagonia and Subaru. Another photo I wanted to pull up was one of the first cleanup photos that was tagged today from Instagram. I just thought this was so lovely. So just to share, this was what cleanup that was happening with a lovely family. Beautiful drawing of Yosemite Valley, so a little homage to our lovely place that is motivating the spirit for this Facelift Act Local global event that we are doing this week. So thank you for joining. Thank you for posting your photos.
And I think we have some more hellos from our friends that would typically be at Yosemite enjoying the facelift with us and the environment and all of it. We have some more of those hellos, right?
Yeah, it'll be like they're right here with us.
Let's roll them. I want to see them. I miss them so much.
Hello. Thanks for participating in Facelift Act Local. I'm Ed Hartooni, and I'm sorry we can't be together in person. It's been a crazy year, and it's prevented us from being in those places that we love to be. I've been hiking around Livermore quite a bit, and this is where I plan to do my cleanup. It's not Yosemite, but with the support of my family and my socially distant friends, we'll do what we can do. I truly hope to see you again in the not too distant future. Please be well and stay safe.
Hello, and thanks for participating in Facelift Act Local. I'm Plaid, and I'm sorry we can't see each other face to face, but kind of have a pandemic going. Anyway, so I'm here in Portland, Oregon doing my cleanup here. Plenty to do, a lot of micro trash, you know? So I'm a social distancing officer where I work, so I got plenty of work to do to keep people away from each other and make sure they're wearing their mask. Have a great day.
Hello. Thanks for participating in Facelift Act Local. I'm Bill Rosenberg, the Facelift Coffee Guy. I've been facelifting since 2008, and this year I'm going to miss all the energy and enthusiasm of the facelift team. This September, instead of coming to the park, I'll be picking up some trash near my home in Kings Mountain in the Santa Cruz Mountains. Be well, stay safe.
Hey there, I'm Jeremy Ashcroft, the artist that produced the illustration for this year's t-shirt and merchandising for the Facelift. I'd just like to say thanks for taking part in this year's event. Sadly, like you, I'm not going to be able to make the valley. Instead, I'm going to be doing a local cleanup in the English Lake District, home of Wordsworth and Coleridge and birthplace of rock climbing.
Hey everybody, this is Jason Keith with the Access Fund, AMGA, and Yosemite Climbing Association. As you may know, with the pandemic, YCA can't do the 17th annual Yosemite Facelift this year in the Valley. So we're doing an Act Local program this year, so get out on the public lands, wherever you live, and clean it up. Let's do this thing. Hashtag Facelift Act Local.
So Allison, the cool thing about doing these local cleanups is like you get to engage your local community, you get to clean your local space, and you really get to get this sense of meaning and purpose that comes from it. Where's your local spot you're going to clean up?
My local spot is San Gregorio Beach. I have been visiting it from La Honda, where my home is. There's been so many more people there, which is so great. More people getting outside.
Bring it.
But what that means is there's a little bit more trash to clean up. So.
Cool, well done, and I think we're going to roll with the rest of the film. Thank you so much. Let's watch the rest of Stone Locals, but don't go anywhere because we have more in store for you following the film.
We first of all just want to thank everybody for coming out on such a cold day. You're all awesome. What we'll do here is we're going to divide in a minute, and those who are here to help out with the trail work, we're going to have you guys see the Access Fund and Lindsay, and then those that are going to be doing rebolting, me and Brent will be doing that. We're going to go and remove some bolts that are antiquated from like the 80s and 90s that have started to rust and that could become a liability, or in worst case scenario, it could mean somebody's life if those anchors fail.
Being a young person and the future generation of climbers, I think it's highly important for people my age and younger or older to continue to seek the value and why stewardship is important in the community.
This presentation is on Jim to Crag. I say it's a lesson for the new and a reminder for the experienced. Most of you mentioned wanting to start climbing outside, which is awesome. And that's why I'm here, because I want you to enjoy climbing outside.
I've heard people say it's great to see more money being put into climbing. It's good for the industry. More people are being exposed to it. But is it good for the places we climb?
Good.
I don't know. Climbing's got to get more responsible. Right now people are, oh God, I love climbing. I just want to go all the time. But what am I going to do with my climbing? What am I going to do to give back to climbing, to the people who climb, to my community of climbers? There's plenty of opportunities. There's no shortage of opportunities to go out and see work, actual work.
So I don't want a second Fontainebleau. I don't want a white forest.
You know, we call that French, those are French flowers.
I don't want these French flowers here. So I have to make really round and clean everything up. The toilet is clean, nobody has shit in. The whole weekend nobody shit in. I don't understand. They shit everywhere, not in the toilet, but whatever. Oh shit. I see something bad now. This is important for the French flowers. You don't want to pam. And then we have a white flower. Oh, yeah. We put it here. I give it to my grandma, I think. on a special day. Come with me.
Can you tell us what is going to happen today?
Yes, I can tell because at 12 o'clock the mayor is coming. I really want that she thinks, okay, wow, this project is now part of her city. And around this I thought of doing my most favorite thing, one of my most favorite thing, to place this memory stone. So I have to finish a little bit, but it's not much, and then I will carry it up and place it. Oh! Good to see you.
We don't want to disturb you. Hallo, grüß Sie. Dann sprechen wir Englisch. Mein Englisch ist nur nicht so gut.
Ja,
My
meinte auch
English is
nicht.
not so perfect. I'm
Ja.
sorry.
Thank you.
This is very beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, this is so beautiful.
He is written for Pelle and Peter. So Peter was my big friend. And that was a big tragedy when he died. I have explained to you that we, like climbers, do often very dangerous things. So Peter and me, we did a lot of free solo together, but we didn't die. Yeah, that is 25 years ago. And suddenly, when he was 44, he walked to a rock in South Africa, and on the way to the rock, he fell.
No.
Yeah, 20 meters down.
Oh,
so that was a really tragedy. And so I was really sad about it. And I figured out to make this pigeon for him. The connection between the dead and the, yeah.
How many years are you working here now? Like
For 11 years.
for 11 years.
Yes. Here in
Here in Avalonia?
Yeah, for
Oh, I didn't know that.
Since 2008. Yeah, I did it in an anarchistic way.
I
Yeah,
know,
you know.
I know. Yeah, but you did a great job. Very great job. And I think we can be very proud of your work here because it makes the landscape even more beautiful.
Thank you.
And with meaning and yeah, something very special here in our city.
もともとはですね、写真は、まあ、今これエクスペディションに持ってった写真が全部ここに入ってるんだけど、僕の妻千尋が僕に持たせるんですよ。ね、で僕はもともと別に持っていくつもりなかった、最初はね。なぜかっていうと、思い出してちょっとこう家が恋しくなったり家族が恋しくなったりしたら、やっぱり山に支障をきたすというか、これ家を出て成田の空港でこれを見ちゃうとちょっとうるっとしちゃうんです。まあこのベースキャンプで写真を見ると、まあ決して帰りたいなとホームシックみたいなことには今まで一度もなったことなくて、むしろやっぱり なんか見て思い出してこう子供たちねこんな変な顔してる写真とか見てなんかもう自分も楽しくなってよし頑張るぞとちゃんと元気に帰って山降りて日本に帰るぞっていう気持ちにさせてくれる。
I like the act of sitting down and taping up. I think it's very like meditative, you know. Plus, it makes you feel like you're prepping for battle. Mine not hot. I got everything in the anchor kit.
I'm locked and loaded.
Yeah. Go.
Do it.
The podcast was about 4 episodes in before my entire life changed completely. I was sexually assaulted, and because of that, I have spent the last year of my life trying to unpack it and running away.
So scary, you can take it. Damn, so hard.
I couldn't deal with my grief for a really long time. And instead, I was trying to find some sort of healing through other people's grief and loss.
Come on, that's it. I don't have the energy.
There was something about taking all of the stories that I had been listening to and recording and creating something from a really painful place, if that makes any sense. A lot of what I have been personally going through has affected pretty much every corner of my life.
I figured out the finish. That feels so good. That doesn't feel good. That one feels better. Okay, I'm in. You can take. Hey!
Nice.
Thanks.
How does that feel?
That feels so good. That felt so much better. You said you'll have it.
Fun fact, I think I just got my period up there.
Fun fact.
So, you know.
Did you start carrying it because I told you to? Shut up. You're awesome.
Shall we go rock climbing?
Yeah.
You got everything you need?
Yeah.
You gonna be warm enough?
Yeah.
Yes. All right, let's go.
All right, Peter, let's go.
Ah.
Save the rock climbing for the rock.
Oh, man.
Cedar, like me, grew up. I mean, she's 8 years old and she's been around climbers since day one. I mean, she's like fully submerged in that world. I'm not that crazy parent that's pushing their kid to rock climb or, you know, I want her to grow up around these people because I think they're good people for her to learn her life.
Skimboat?
This one.
Yep. I know. Yep. Nice work.
That's really beautiful.
That's how I used to do it.
Oh, style points. When she was about 1, she had, you know, like any kid, newborn has trouble sleeping, right? But it was like, it was getting bad. You know, it was like, man, there was no colic and there was none of this other stuff.
Yeah.
They started figuring out that, there was something wrong, and finally they were able to diagnose it was this rare liver disease called PFIC2, which I think at the time there was like 50 kids with this genetic disorder in the world. It was getting rough. And then we realized that her liver was pretty much just failing. And she had, 3 to 4 years before her liver would give out on her. She had to go back to the hospital to get on a liver list.
きちんと説明するのは難しいんですけど、多分昔は20代は若くてあんまり一応リスクについて考えてはいたけど、多分あんまりそんなシリアスに考えてなかった。やっぱりその自然の巨大さ、偉大さ、もちろん美しさで、恐ろしさ、そういうのをすごく心の底から感じた経験でした。それから30代に入って結婚して子供ができてっていう中で、周りでいろんな人が死んでいった。山に対する恐怖だとか、自分はここで死にたくないみたいなような恐怖プラス責任感みたいなもんですかね。どんどん大きくなって。いろいろなクライミングをやる中でいろんなリスクと向き合って、いつものやつなんだもちろん減らす努力はするけども、絶対にゼロにはならない。やりたい山ってねいっぱいある。家族との兼ね合いとかいろんな年齢との兼ね合いとかいろいろあるんだけど、
I have not many nice hours in my life. The mayor, she don't know this about my past. Feels me good to see that she's now proud of my work. That is important. I'm a freak, you know. I had really hard times in Germany. For the really saying you, they put me for 7 years into psychiatry. They put me into this darkest rooms of Germany. You can't leave this type of psychiatry, this darkest hole. The German said that I'm ill. They put me into this sort of prisons. I was in 15 ugly places. So I had really hard times. This long time ago, after the death of my father. And so I had hard time to switch my life and to show that I'm not this ill, that I'm not this man with them telling me. I can't say all these things briefly, you know. I didn't want to say it in front of camera, but it's good that the world knows that it's not only happy. Yeah. I know we run.
I'm not close with my family, and so when I started climbing, that was this wonderful, weird, makeshift family, and it just grew and grew over the years. And for me, for where I'm at right now, I feel like I've lost it a little bit, and so it's hard for me to like speak about the climbing community as a whole right now because it's just changed for me so much, and I don't know.
So I'm walking with Peter. It's beautiful to walk with Peter, huh?
Have you ever heard like someone refer to a sport or something saving their life? Because I feel like that's what climbing is. Mental illness kind of runs in our family on both sides. As I was entering high school, I was struggling with depression.
It was like a perfect winter day. And I had fallen going to the anchors, and I just like something screwed up, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that next go. I definitely got this. And then I had got the call. They had found a liver for Cedar. Sprinted out of there and didn't even pick up my climbing gear.
Oh yeah. No.
And then we went into like a 23-hour surgery, and she like flatlined 3 times. Like it was like really sketchy. The community support for like our daughter was mind-blowing. Climbers bought us food at the hospital the entire time, and it was a different set of climbers every day for like months. We had multiple climbers and people we knew that were willing to be living donors for her, and it was so humbling.
I've gone through these, you know, you go through waves through life, and through those low times, climbing was like there for me.
Come on, get the heel, get the heel. Yeah, come on, come on. He was my friend who, when I was in deepest hole, he stand by my side. He never said, no, you're not my friend anymore. There are not many people making this time with you. You understand, maybe?
There were a lot of inappropriate or disappointing reactions. I mean, I think ultimately I just needed the community to hold space, you know, and lean in and just sit with me.
But I have the letter before he died that he asked me if we want to do boulder areas together, because he didn't want to work like an engineer anymore. And sometimes he's thinking of making boulder areas with me. And I have written him, yeah, come Peter, we're making no boulder areas together. But then he died.
I've always seen myself as a very hopeful person, and I suddenly had none. And when you run out of hope, you either have to dig really deep or you don't, you know? So I dug deep. And then come back in and kind of do a sit-up, and then sit up into this kind of crimp on the wall. And then that's where I couldn't find the rest. I did eventually, but you kind of just like twist your legs in that little like hole, and then slot the hand here, slot a good jam here, clip the 4, and then fist after the 4, slide this in here, and then bring your whole body around, and that's when you kick your feet up in. Everything that I've gone through, not just this past year, but my whole life, it's helped my climbing tremendously. When it gets hard on a climb, I just go back in my head and I'm like, you got through all of this shit. This is nothing.
Yes. I got the rest.
My entire life, I would never describe myself as a fighter, but the minute I started climbing, 1000%. I was the only one who had the power to make that happen. Pulling it all from within.
You know, all these things I'm doing, it's therapy. Don't think about the bad. Just taking a new path.
I think climbing has provided a lot of guidance, allowing me to open up or feel okay being different. At a young age, you're not taught, you're not given any healthy ways of coping, you know?
I have something. I have a lifestyle. And I think a lot of kids are like struggling to figure out what they want to do.
クライミングと出会ったからこそ今の自分があるっていうのは本当に強く思います。今の家族と一緒にここで暮らせるというのはやっぱりクライミングというものがあったから。垣間見ることができて。
If you're a very serious climber, that's great, but also think about the ways that you can give back.
I've grown up in this community and I've been part of it my whole life, and it was like the one time when I really needed it, and people just like, it was insane. So many people were there for us. At like the hardest time of my life, people just stood up and were like, hey, Dario's daughter is sick, let's help him out.
And so I'm quite proud now that I may be seen like an artist, not like an ill person. And I can be here like a human being.
The same way that creating has been really healing for me, climbing has been so healing for me, and I feel really lucky for that. We talk a lot about how we want to make our climbing community better and stronger every day. But I feel like one way you can make it better is by listening.
You gotta find something you gotta do with your life. It's not just about you, it's what you do for basically other people. If everybody's doing for others, then everybody's doing for themselves, basically, you know.
Climbing isn't always the answer. Kind of leads them into like finding an answer, you know?
Start again. Get up. Ready.
When I think about the soul of climbing and what it could look like, it can change in the brightest and most beautiful ways, and it's not just for you or for me, you know? It's for everybody. I think it's just like the nature of being upside down too. I like a little irpy. Ugh. It's fine, I'm fine.
Here, you better come down here and
come down and eat my pizza and support me while I'm here. Otherwise, I'm going to be starving to death. And you'd be probably eating my goats. Because they are unsaid.
Trying it!
It was
This is the way it always works. Dad wins before he goes to bed.
no.
One of the two.
Wow, you go.
Hello, I would like to thank Patagonia, Shane Lempe, and Mikey Schaefer for letting us show the Stone Locals movie. Really appreciate that. How many people have taken the pledge? Hopefully you all are. To take the pledge and participate in this event, you need to go to our website, YosemiteFacelift.com. Once you're on there, look for the button that says Toolkit 2020, and the pledge is in there along with a lot of other useful information. Another thing is, how do we measure how much trash we're picking up? And there's several ways to do it. One, you could count your bags or send a picture of it in when you enter our giveaways. Or another way is to download the app called Literati. I tried it out today, and it was actually really easy. Even I was able to do it. So after you download the app, you need to enter a code, and that code is ACT Local. And what that does is after you put that code in, all trash you take pictures of are attributed to this particular cleanup. And all you have to do is take some pictures of the trash, and then you upload it when you can or when you have a signal. And it's that easy, and they count the trash for us. I found personally it's easier to have somebody taking the pictures of the trash. It was a little faster. I have a hard time being patient. Or another way to do it would be to pick up your trash, dump it out, take the picture, and then sort it and recycle what you can. And with that, I'd like to introduce Allison again.
Great, thanks, Ken. Yeah, so the code for that Literati challenge is ACT Local without any spaces. So ACT Local, no spaces. I wanted to say that I'm just really grateful for everyone who's joined us this evening. Through this year, my social circle's gotten smaller. I think all of ours have. So I'm really grateful for the people who are in my life still, and I think Stone Locals kind of touches on how the climbing community and how our friends can support us and hold us up. And we're all doing that right now with each other in this event. So thank you for being here. There are a few people that I want to thank specifically. Kaya Lindsay is our marketing director, and she has just been phenomenal. She's been handling all of our social media strategizing. I can rely on her to really make things like this happen through promotion and the right kind of wording. So thank you, Kaya. I really, really appreciate everything you've been doing. Karen Tarpinian also put together our online auction, so thank you to Karen. Finally, want to say there are some more thank yous that we're going to roll out with additional videos from our friends from Yosemite Facelift. Let those roll, see our thank yous, because we have one more surprise for you guys when we come back. We're looking forward to sharing something with you that you might remember from the final night of Facelift last year. If you want to stick around, we would love that, and we'll also give you a little bit of an overview of what we're planning content-wise for tomorrow.
Hi, Linda Jarrett here.
This is George from the sign-up table.
Yeah, we're sorry we're not getting to see you all in Yosemite this year.
but I do hope you are taking care of yourself, your friends, your loved ones, the environment, and participating in the Facelift Act Local.
Thanks for helping out at the Facelift this year. Hope you're having fun, enjoying the events, and doing some good work, taking care of your local land. Thank you.
See you next year.
Bye-bye.
Hi everyone, I'm Sandy Russell and I'm on the board of the YCA, and thank you all for taking the time to act locally. I'm in Vegas, and since we can't be in Yosemite, unfortunately, I will be cleaning up at Mount Charleston area. So thank you guys for everything you're doing.
Hi everyone, my name is Anders and I'm in Vancouver, BC. I've been helping with the Yosemite Facelift since 2007 as Camp 4 host with graffiti removal and other projects. My project for the virtual facelift will be some cleanup at the Stillamis Chief in Squamish. I hope you have a fun and safe facelift. Look forward to seeing you in 2021, and remember to vote in November. Thanks.
Hi Facelift people, my name is Kai Lindsay and I run the social media for Yosemite Facelift, and this year I am doing a lot of work for Facelift Act Local, so you may have received an email from me asking you to pick up trash in your local communities. Currently I am in Moab, Utah right now, enjoying this like 91-degree heat. But I will be here all week long looking at your photos, reposting them, and picking Instagram winners. So for the giveaways. So post cool photos, go outside, pick up some trash, and I'm really excited to look at all of your posts. Enjoy Facelift!
Hey there, Max Buscini here. Really excited to be a part of Facelift Act Local. This year, I was supposed to clean Yosemite National Park. That's where I live. But because it's closed right now, I'll be in the Bay Area cleaning up, hopefully in Mount Diablo. And don't forget to check out Peter in the Columns featuring Hans Florine, which is my directorial debut. Oh yeah, enjoy everyone.
Hi y'all, my name is Karin Sarpinian and I'm in charge of the online auction. I'm here in the San Fernando Valley and my favorite spot is Stony Point, our local climbing crag. And I just want to say thank you all for participating in this year's Facelift Act Local. Thank you all.
Hi, and welcome to Facelift Act Local. We're the Codys, aka Evelyn's parents. And we're here cleaning up beautiful Mission Creek in Santa Barbara. We wish you guys could all be here this year, but alas, for all those reasons, we can't. So in the meantime, stay safe, act local, help keep America beautiful, and we'll see you all next year. Right, Evelyn? Bye!
Hey everybody, my name is Ming Poon and I live in Lake Tahoe, California. This is my son Campbell, and we just wanted to say sorry we can't see everybody in Yosemite this year for the facelift, but we hope you're all staying safe. We're currently in Vermont, in Burlington, and trying to stay out of the smoke, which I'm sure a lot of you are as well. And we wanted to say, hey, we hope you can do your part wherever you are for the facelift. You know, the facelift will be everywhere this year. We went on a local trail this morning and we helped pick up a little bit of garbage, and you can do it in your backyard or on your local trail, wherever it may be, and we can all contribute to the facelift wherever we are. Stay safe and stay healthy, get outside.
Hello, thank you for participating in Facelift Act Local. My name is Michelle Look, and I am excited to clean around the Merced River area because there's been a lot of extra outdoor activity this year and a lot of new people entering the outdoor spaces. There has been a little more extra use of these areas, and I am excited to make sure that we are educating others and being able to clean them up for future use.
Hello. Tomorrow we're going to have our second live feed, and tomorrow night we'll have Timmy O'Neill back, and we're going to show Peter in the Columns, the debut of Max's movie, and also 2 films by Mike Lebecki, along with other assorted programming, much like what we had tonight. And a lot of people last year, we had a band come out and play last year called War Girl, and very impressed by them. There was probably 300 people. There wasn't any room for anybody to get back into the building, and all 300 of us were dancing probably for about 2 or 3 hours straight that night. And so to sign off tonight, War Girl made a special video just for the facelift. And we'd like to play that, and I'm going to start dancing. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good night.
Night.
What is up, Yosemite Facelift? This is Sam from War Girl. We just want to thank you all for everything that you do, and we were hoping we could be there this year, but instead we have created this extra special video for you all to enjoy. So please sit back, rock out, and we hope to see you soon.